This is lesson 109, letter E. So we were talking about hyperbolas, and, well gosh, I should have given you an equation of a hyperbola in standard form. So a hyperbola in standard form would be x minus h all squared over a squared minus y minus k all squared over b squared equals 1. So that's how I would like my hyperbola to look if I wanted to graph it. I'd find the center by my center would be h comma k, and I would draw that rectangle that I draw. I'd go to the right and left by a and up and down by b, and then I'd draw the asymptotes and draw the hyperbola. So we're not being asked to graph this one on letter E, we're just being asked to change the equation to standard form. So we want it in this nice form like this. So we're going to want to complete the square. So I hope you guys remember how to complete the square. So what I did is I got the x squared and put it in front, and I found the x, there's the x, and I put it second. And I left an empty spot for my special complete the square number that I'm going to put right here eventually. And then I got the y's together, you know, like negative 9y and 54. And then I brought this over to the other side. I added 161. And eventually I'm going to divide everything by 161, and we're going to have a 1 over here. But I need to finish completing my square first. So when we complete the square, we want to take the coefficient off the squared term. So we're going to factor it. 4 times 8, right? And then what we do is we say, what number can I write right here that'll complete my square? And you get that, I call it the magic number. You get it by taking half of the coefficient of x. So that would be half of negative 8 is negative 4, and then you square it. Negative 4 squared is 16. Now, I stuck a 16 right here. But what I've really done is, because it's getting multiplied by this 4, 16 times 4 is 64, by the way. I've really added 64 to the left-hand side of the equation. So I also have to add 64 to the right-hand side, you know, to keep it balanced. So that's good so far. This one I'm going to, I think I'll factor out, I want that minus sign to stay there. Well, if I take out a negative 9, then I'll have y squared minus, right, because 9 times negative 6, I have that, right? And then I want to complete my square. Does that work? Because that times that gets that times that gets that. Half of negative 6 is negative 3, and when I square negative 3, I get 9. That's my complete the square number right there. So, but what I really have done to this side of the equation is I got negative 9 times 9. I got an 81, a negative 81 that got added over here. So I'm going to go like this. Okay, and I want to see what that number is. What is 161 plus 64 plus 161 minus 81. Got one. Oh, isn't that nice? I got 144 over here. I think that's good because it's a perfect square. Okay, so what happens with this mess right here? This is going to be, it's going to end up looking like this. Okay, so what goes, so you guys might know a factoring pattern. This is a perfect square trinomial. So you can just take half of the coefficient of x and put it in there. So that's 4. Right, and here you're going to take half of the coefficient of x, which is minus 3 like that. There we go. And so now I think I have oh, we're almost done. I gotta get the 1 over. See how it looks almost? It's getting there. I'll bet you this 9 and this 4 are probably gonna end up leaving. We got 144. If 9 goes into 144, and if 4 goes into 144, let's see. Oh, it turns out 4 goes into 144 36 times. And hmm, 16 times. So what does this all turn out? And that ends up being a 1. So now we have a 1 over here. We have, there's our minus sign that I wanted because hyperbolas always have a minus sign in between. Okay, it's kind of done, but I probably should call that 6 squared, and I'll call that 4 squared, just to finish it off. Or maybe I'm carrying it too far, I'm not sure. I'll look in the answer book in a second. That makes me want to graph it. Let's check and see if I got carried away or not. No, I didn't get carried away. They want it written like this. And that's it. That was letter E.